Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have the first ever 6-inch G.I. Joe. We got Snake Eyes from the G.I. Joe Classified series, and it's in that nice deluxe packaging. The front looks just like this. Amazing artwork. And this is just a slipcover. The back is the same, it just has a lot of the legal rigmarole on the back. On the top of the box, we got that Arashikage symbol. This box is sick. You got it saying Snake Eyes right there in Japanese. And that whole image is embossed on the box. Front, back, side. Tons of detail in that image. They did not go cheap with this box at all. The whole thing is covered with the image that's embossed on it. And I mean, this is a deluxe figure. Hasbro nailed it out of the park. Inside the box, we got that same image all drawn out. I don't know if this was concept art or the image before they actually did the box, but this is amazing. It is beautiful. Actually, it's something I'm probably going to frame because it's on a nice cardstock and the image is sick. Now, once you open that deluxe Snake Eyes, this is what to expect. You got Snake Eyes in his nice little package to the left and all the extra goodies and weapon stands on the right. In its nice little foam insert. Here we got Snake Eyes in his Classified series packaging. Looking awesome in the window. Inside the insert, you can tell it's the same image that we've seen on the box and then that little insert. And then we also got the Arashikage symbol on the top. Double zeros. Now one side we have this, it's like a plastic cutout. This is all part of that plastic bubble. And it shows the Snake Eyes in the Japanese with the double zero at the bottom. On the other side, we have two Snake Eyes in a sense, because this is continuing from the first Snake Eyes image on the front. We got Timber down there. Sad we didn't get Timber with this Snake Eyes, but I'm sure we'll get a variant of Snake Eyes with the Timber. And you got Snake Eyes up there. Don't know why they needed this part, because it's like, why do you have two Snake Eyes? But still, I love the artwork on this. It just sort of sends me back to like the Black Series quality. So it's like the quality they're putting into these figures or something to expect. Now, the back of the box really has me excited. I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan, so seeing all these characters on the back, it's going to be awesome. So if we look on the back, we have Cobra Commander up here. Got Destro that they already revealed. Got some Gung Ho. We already have Roadblock they've shown. Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Duke. Tons of vehicles on here. Some that stand out. Definitely iconic, the Trouble Bubbles. We do have a ninja of some sort. Might be Storm Shadow. Can't really tell too much. It looks like a Storm Shadow. Could be a Night Creeper. But what I do like the most, and I'm really geeked out about it, is if you guys look right here. That is a Alley Viper with the Alley Viper shield. If that is coming out in the second wave, or even the first wave, my mind is going to be blown. Like, they're starting out with not just a Cobra Trooper, because there isn't really a Cobra Trooper that I can see on the back of the box, but they're representing their troopers with a Alley Viper. That's the first thing coming out the gate. And if you're a G.I. Joe fan, you know Alley Vipers are it, man. They're badass. They got the shields, they got that visor, like that. Oh man, I'm geeking. Nobody really seemed to be talking about it too much, about what's on the back. You know, you got all the iconic vehicles, but I mean, mainly the characters is what I'm looking at, because this is really a revealing of what we're going to expect. Here we have a close-up of the actual weapon stand. Now, this is the front of the weapon stand. The other side is the back. And this thing is gorgeous. It is heavy, too. It is a nice chunk of plastic. So you got these, looks like they're gods. They're sort of fighting or playing around. I don't know exactly the story behind these. Some sort of gods or onis. Look pretty good. And we get these little wolves on the side. So you can't really mistake that this is Snake Eyes' weapon stand. and then it shows the back. And they all have the same sort of like kanji going on. But those are where you'd place your weapons. And the reason it's the back, you got all the legal copyright Hasbro stamps, made in China stamps on the back of usually every product. So therefore it should be displayed like so. Snake Eyes comes with a pair of sais. They're in that black motif, you know, paying homage to the original Snake Eyes where all his accessories were black. They're sculpted really well, and one thing I can say, all his weapons are hard plastic. These are not gummy, droopy weapons that you have to worry about them getting all floppy. These are actually hard plastic weapons. We get a katana slash ninjato. It's hard to tell. I guess this is a katana. I would expect it a little bit more of a swoop if it was a traditional style katana. It's a katana of some sort with a lot of sculpted in detail for the grip. He also comes with a pair of scythes, I guess. They're little scythes, or I know there's a real name for them, but these could be weapons. These could be used to climb up walls. But again, there's a lot of sculpted detail that's hidden due to these being casted in black plastic. Snake Eyes comes with a Nadachi, and this thing looks sick. It's got the weird, like, got like the sawy, jaggy part on the back here, which is different, and it's really in there. I don't know if I can really focus on that detail there. It'll focus on my, there you go. You can see it. Look at that. Great looking weapon. We also get a pair of throwing hatchets, whatever you want to classify these things are. They look wicked. And they have that nice sheen to it. And again, the sculpted in detail in the handles, the little holes there. Beautiful. Lastly, Snake Eyes comes with a spear trident. It's got some sculpted in grips on there. And then the blades themselves, they're both the same on both ends. But look at the sculpted in work. Looks great. Got the little studs there. Here we have all the swords on display, looking amazing. Now, there is no specific placement for these weapons because it didn't come with instructions telling me so. And so I placed them this way. It's awesome. It is so badass looking. And just to give you guys a little bit of heads up, don't forget to display your swords with the blades up. If you're trying to be samurai accurate, please display your swords with the blade up. Holy shiitake, this figure is amazing. And from day one, when people were mentioning 6-inch Joes are coming this year, that's what's going to happen, I was like, no, I don't want 6-inch Joes. I like my 3 3/4 Joes. That's how it's going to be. I need my 3 3/4. That's all I care about. And I know 3 3/4 weren't the original size of G.I. Joes when they came out. They were 12-inch dolls, technically. And, but I'm a huge 3 3/4 fan, and I was like, you know, if they do that and they're good as I think they're gonna be, I'm done collecting Marvel Legends. I'm really, from just this figure in hand, I'm going all out. Like G.I. Joe classified series, if they do a vintage wave, all their 6-inch Joes are gonna be mine and going into my detolfs because this figure is amazing. This Snake Eyes and what they revealed, I'm impressed with. Okay, especially that Destro. Oh my goodness. That Destro is so freaking badass. And plus, I'm not sad that I invested into this deluxe. I jumped on it right away. Look at all the accessories you get just for the deluxe, the packaging, and that poster. And we haven't even got into the figure it comes with. Snake Eyes comes with 2 different hands. This is a open palm hand. Look at that texture on that strap. And that strap goes to a claw. This is to allow him to scale up walls, trees. Those are usually like metal claws. You could probably even use them for fighting, but they're definitely meant for, you know, some climbing action. Here we have his other hand, sculpted just as nice, holding a throwing star. He's got the impact knuckles, like the Kevlar, you know, knuckles that he can just like beat somebody. Like those things are basically gloves that have brass knuckles in the knuckles. It's pretty awesome. The throwing star is sculpted, tons of detail, painted very well. Like this hand alone, it's just a hand. It's painted immaculately. It looks great. Now, you're not going to be a G.I. Joe figure without a backpack, and he definitely comes with a backpack. I love the painted clasps, and I like the sculpt work. It's spot on. Got a big old hole there. But the texture and sculpt work is definitely there. Looks great. Here we got Snake Eyes' sword sheath, and it has the red painted Arashikage symbol at the top, and this thing is painted throughout. So that gray is painted, and it's like textured almost like it's some sort of leather or elephant skin. I don't know. It's crazy, the texture that they put into it. It looks great. Even down at the bottom, it's just black. It's got all the stitching on the sides. Now the sword for that sheath is this sword. It's got the Arashikage symbol in the blade, and then we got the handle just like so. Very unique. It's almost like a bird beak. You got the backpack, got the sword in the sheath. This plugs into that hole that we saw on the bag. Just plug that bad boy in there, and voila. Now you can display him with this in his back, or the backpack, or both. It's up to you. This thing looks pretty good. Does not want to fall out, which is good. One thing that does bug me, though. Now, this is just me. This is the one gripe I have about this figure. His sheath is backwards. Now, if you needed to grab this sword in a quick motion to use it, you're pulling this up and out, and your sharp blade is actually going against your back. So if you want to pull it out, you have a chance of slicing yourself. It should have been able to be pulled out this way, the blade away from the body. That's the only gripe I have about this figure so far. He does come with a little Bowie knife. The last sculpted detailed studs in the handle. It's a nice little knife there. He also comes with this pistol here, the long barrel, extended magazine. Now that long barrel, as much as some of you may not like it, I don't mind it, but it's really there for this silencer to sort of pop right on. So we get a sort of grayish brown silencer. Pew pew. Now you can't be Snake Eyes without a traditional Uzi. This is that classic weapon that he came with. Looks amazing. Sculpt work is definitely there. He does have the extended magazine as well. And then the silencer, you just sort of put this thing in there. Silencer does fit on the Uzi as well. This figure up close is amazing. Look at the grenades sculpted in there. It'd be cool if they could be removed, but he doesn't really have any grenade holding hands. I'm just sort of lost for words. I love the visor. I love the ventilated mouth. It's a mixture of some Snake Eyes I've seen in the 3 3/4 world, and I like it. I love the glossiness mixed with the matte black is great. So you got all this glossy, like, armor. Basically, all the armor pieces on his shoulders and stuff are gloss, and then underneath is like a matte. That's ridiculous. The amount of paint on this, you would think there's not much, but there's enough to make stuff pop. Like his straps to his gauntlets are definitely painted. The knuckles, his belt with the Arashikage, all this stuff. Silver knee pads, the glossy boots. It's definitely a beautiful looking figure. Now, you can take this off. Let me go ahead and take his bandolier off. Here's a close-up of those grenades. They look great. Sculpted in, detail on the strapping is there. He's got a little pouch, to store some stuff. That's what they need, more storage. And there's a hole in the back that allows you to use this and the backpack at the same time. But this is nice. Now with that little grenade bandolier out of the way, you can see the little Arashikage symbol, that rhino skin texture throughout. I guess it's leather, but it looks pretty awesome throughout. I love this grayish color. A lot of people are saying it's like brown. It's like a gray brown, but I'd say more gray than brown. But it looks amazing. All this stuff, like the belt is loosely floating. This part's got to stand. It's sculpted into the body for the actual harness to sort of fit that snug. These right here are loose, so you could probably slide those all the way down. But you can see I put the knife where it belongs. I put the gun where it belongs with its silencer. So he has storage for most of his gear. Almost, pretty much all of it. And then you get these nice little glossy boots. Get his little butt. But I love the sculpted. There's texture throughout the pants. There's a little bit of like metallic sheen on like the sides of the pants. Very cool stuff. Very, very, very cool. Very cool looking Snake Eyes. Now let's dive into some articulation. His head's on a ball joint with the disc hinge for the neck, so he can look down that far. He can look up that far. And he even has neck movement or articulation. You can see how that moves around in there. Very nice. So you can get some nice leaning neck poses and things like that, which to me I feel it's needed with this figure. Because, I mean, it's needed with all figures. More articulation, the better. We do get some sort of butterfly joint in there. If you can see that, it sort of moves, but it's not as good as I would like. Arms can go up that far. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. Wrist rotation. And then his wrist does go up and down. So you got that all done right there. And he does have an ab crunch, which allows him to lean forward that far. Not looking too bad. Leaning back. You can lean back quite a bit. But then you have this extra articulation down at the waist that allows him to get all this pivoting right here. He can lean back like crazy, and he can lean forward. So tons of articulation when it comes to his abdominals that allow him to get into some good ninja poses. So, I mean, you can't really go wrong with that type of articulation down there. Now, his hips, they can drop down. So you can see that gap that I created to allow him to get some nice Spartan field goal kicks going on, kicking to the side. Now, his blades and his pistol can get in the way when you're trying to do the splits with them. But, I mean, straight up Van Damme splits. To put the hips back up, you just put them back up into the socket. We got a little thigh cut there, and double jointed knee, looking very nice. Even got boot cut, got the pivot and the ankle bends. The pivot's just super awesome. They always do good on their pivots on their feet. As you can see, I got some extra paint on the armor of this figure. It's not supposed to be brown right there. It's supposed to be more sheen like that. So that is a bummer. I have him all geared up with all his accessories. He's got his shuriken in the other hand ready to just throw it at somebody, and he's shooting somebody with his Uzi. It's Snake Eyes, and I am super, super happy with this figure. I'm telling you guys, this figure is wicked. Just have him doing like a jump kick with the sword out, hatchet in the other hands. Again, I mean, this is something you guys probably heard from other reviewers and everything else. It's just crazy articulated and fun to pose and play with. It really sends you back to being a kid playing with Joes. I feel like I could be just changing out accessories and posing for days. But this figure is awesome. I hope you guys got a hold of him. If not, I'm sure we're going to have a single release with this first wave of Joes, and then you can pick them up. He may not come with all those extra displays and accessories, but I mean, it's still going to be a solid figure, as the figure and what he came with in his own little box is still amazing, and the figure's great. Now for some comparison, we got some dude that was from Suicide Squad that I picked up at Five Below because I was going to utilize him for his accessories or just have some generic merc. I think it was like Flag, or I don't know what the dude was, but I'm not a fan of these figures because the articulation is poo-poo. But then we got the articulated icons that definitely made crazy amount of money because people wanted to make Storm Shadow, and they even were selling those solitaire ninjas so people could make Firefly and Snake Eyes and things like that. Well, these look all great and all, but if this is what we're getting with Snake Eyes, I can only imagine what we're going to get with Storm Shadow. And I just feel like eventually I'm just going to turn him into some generic ninja because I know that that Storm Shadow that they're going to release is going to be fire. Some more comparison. We got the Jazzwares guy right here, you know, sort of giving you a scale. He is shorter than Snake Eyes. Then we got, you know, Pizza Spidey, which here I'll get him close to. See if he'll stand, or is he gonna... There you go. You got Pizza Spidey next to Snake Eyes. He's actually not too bad to scale with Snake Eyes. And then we got Terry McGinnis right here. This badass is as badass as Snake Eyes. So we got two badasses right here, and they look great together. And the scale's not too bad. I mean, I always picture Snake Eyes as being a more of a shorter character anyway. And Terry sort of gets some height because he's in a future suit. At the end of the day, this figure has exceeded my expectation when it comes to a 6-inch G.I. Joe, and especially Snake Eyes. So my hat's off to you, Hasbro. You guys nailed it. This figure's awesome. It is a fantastic figure, and you guys might be sleeping on it. You guys gotta get this figure. If it's not the deluxe set, again, you can pick up probably Snake Eyes from the first wave. They haven't announced it yet, but he's most likely going to be a single carded figure or single box figure in the first wave. So I doubt they're gonna, you know, skimp on Snake Eyes. He might even be 2 per case. Who knows? But definitely keep an eye out to try to grab one. That sums up my unboxing and review of the first ever G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes. If you guys like what you saw, please hit that thumbs up. New to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys hit the bell notification so you know when I post up a new video. And I want you guys to check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. You got the website there. There's a link down below. If you see something on that website, use that little promo code down there as well so you can get free shipping on something that you might want to get. And also check out the pre-order group. The pre-order group is great. You get to know when stuff's coming out, and Toyco prices their pre-orders the best out there. If you're looking for SH Figure Art, Storm Collectibles, you know, a lot of imports and stuff like that, definitely look into Toyco. They have tons of stuff, and pricing is amazing. And I want you guys to make sure you check out Plastic Cannibals. That's my Facebook group of fellow collectors. If you're looking for that nice tight-knit family and you just want to talk figures, you know, show off your collection, be able to, you know, help other people in different parts of the country as we can help you find figures, you know, definitely join up with Plastic Cannibals. You'll see the image at the end of the video. If you go to Facebook and search Plastic Cannibals, you'll see that same image. Click on it, answer 3 questions, come on in. We can talk figures. And also, I want you guys to make sure that you guys have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.